Hello. This is my presentation. I'm a blue. I just wrote it this morning. Literally. I can't plan too much because then I will pee in my pants of nervousness. Ask Kara. She just gave me the powerful words. Um, well, there is this place that Lindsay always, well, we tend to go back and forth because she sometimes says that I was 3 years in executive. Bless her heart, because that's probably how it felt to her. It probably felt to her that between she and Kimberly Bernstein, they would see me have fun, they would see me, go play with them. I was just super, super scared. So I decided to move to Executive Beach. Yeah, Executive Beach. That's the best place to hang out. I mean, you're kind of like a leader, but you're not. You kind of contact people, but you're not. You kind of watch all these videos and you say, I'm going to, but you don't. So I decided to move permanently for a year and a half, but it seemed like 3 years for you. I am sure they look like 10, maybe. Wait, please. Because I have four bullet points between the drawings of my children. For those of you that are in my team, that are two with me today, okay, I kind of know my bullets. It's okay. So my story is a very similar story to many of you. I was really bored. I had a newborn baby. I was an older mommy because I was rocking out my world before I had children. And I was like ziplining and living and eating and bathing and all the things that normal people do. But when I had my baby, I was wondering what to do with her for so many hours. Yes, because I was a kinder teacher. I talked to humans all day, and I had this my minuscule version of me there. So I did spend many days at Target. I was really bored. I knew that I had the fire to do something, and different from all the stories, I met the oils in Mexico in a wedding by a friend that thought that I was a hippie and that I should have the oils. So I came here and I had 4 friends that were offering the oils to me. I literally went to the closest person because the person that enrolled me lived before very close to me. I really bought the kit because I went to a class and I felt really, really bad that I would be the person that didn't buy the kit. So I bought the kit for that. And many of you have called me, sent me messages. Lindsay always edifies me saying, she became a diamond in 13 months. Well, my bullet points today were, my first bullet point was that I dove into victimization beach, which is pretty close to Executive Beach. They're islands close to each other. For the first year, I dwelled on the fact that there was no Spanish resources. I thought for 5 seconds, why doesn't Lindsay translates everything for me? I mean, hello, I'm going to grow a business in Mexico. She should be helping me, right? You should be translating everything. That lasted 5 seconds on my brain. Then I was like, no. So for a year and a half, I dwelled on the fact that I didn't have anyone to build in Mexico. I called myself a snake multiple times. Multiple times I called Kimberly Bernstein whining, complaining. Why was people not putting people under me? So it was like a whole year. Yeah, believe it or not, I said those things and I tell them to my team because I've heard them now myself. But I remained in that victimization land for a while because I was completely scared of what was going to happen, of the responsibilities, of the fact that I was a Mexican in US. English was not my first language. I was super scared of trying to open a market that had so many issues. So I decided to stay in victimization land and just be happy there. I was getting my oils paid for. I had a mini team. I had friends that I can co-play with. But I was not taking this serious, nor I was letting my heart make the right decision for me, for my family, and most of it for my country. You see, in Mexico, life is not as it is here. And it's been a lot of work of mindset, of working on poverty beliefs, and bring back to Mexico what we've meant to do, which is, embrace the things that God gave us, like Ashley was saying. On December, I was in happy. Do you remember? I was in Executive Beach, really happy there. But I had like a bug on my back because I would see all these ladies that are sharing the stage with Lindsay, and now I happen to be here too, which is surreal. And I told my husband, I said, this is not working. I'm not getting people to my classes. I'm a happy person that is in a video on Facebook and people love me for my face, but I'm not trespassing this. I'm not being influential for anyone. I'm going to go back to teach. So I applied to every possible school in Austin, and I was hired in all of them that day because I'm a bilingual teacher in Texas. So I was like, okay, well, that happened really fast. Now I have to go back to the school. And I'm a sleeper too, friend. So my husband was like, okay, well, go back to kinder, go teach. You will wake up at 6, to drop off the children to daycare. And I was like, oh, can you help me with that? So when he said that to me, and this is so important, sometimes we don't tell our partner what we are thinking. I thought Pedro, my husband, would be like, yeah, I see you suffering with this. Nobody comes to the classes. Just drop it. Go back to kinder. I needed $1,000. That's all I needed to send my mom to Mexico. $1,000 is equivalent to 20,000 pesos, and that's a ton of money. That was all I needed. And kindergarten pays you 1,000 for you and 1,000 for your mom, because that's what teachers make. So on December 2016, after going back and forth with Kimberly and Lindsay, and they loved me. I mean, I'm sure they saw the potential, but there's a moment also for you when you see the light in the person doesn't want to see the light on itself. We're human. You kind of check out, right? So they were my friends. They never stopped loving me. But I am sure, because I have felt it too, and you probably have felt it with yourself, where you're like, where is she really going? Complaining land only. So I told my husband on December 2016, I'm going to go back teaching. And he said, you know what, dude, I think you should just keep doing what you're doing. It's really fun what you're doing. You have all this time. You haven't missed anything for the children. Why don't you go and do it? So the second bullet I wrote down somewhere in this notebook was making the decision. I decided that my responsibility as an executive was way bigger than when I thought it was. I decided to make a commitment with me, with the people that were in my team, and I called each one of them. It was 10 days before we closed January, and my OGV was probably fluctuating in 6. I probably had 2 legs in, I don't know, maybe 25. So I called them, and I made a video. And one of my team members is here, because she was like, why is she crying making that video? Because I said, it's my time has come. I am going to take off on this boat, and I will be a diamond next year. They're like, okay, we've been stars for 10 years with you. What are the plans? What are the plans this time? Because clearly all your other 10,000 plans have not worked. So I talked to each one of them. I found my tribe. I spoke to them. They were like, okay. And you know what we did? We just worked. We were not working before. We were making videos. We were having fun. Yeah, we're going to classes. We were not working. None of us was working. None of us was taking this seriously. And when I took that leap of faith and I said, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. Like, would you guys like to be silver with me? Amazingly, I guess they were all waiting. Sometimes your team is waiting. They are waiting for you to be like, and we're rolling. And you know what? People will want to roll with you when they know that you're serious about this. I know my team was like, what? I went from one thing to another. And it's not that I did this really fast. I am not a diamond. I have a team that we work toward everyone's goals. I just happened to be the first one that came out of that production. But we are bringing more and more and more, and it really has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. What has to do with my team is the fact that they were waiting for my leadership to open, to be shareable. I was keeping all that leadership for me. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go to Mexico, and one day we're going to have 5,000 people in a convention. People were like, "Oh, honey." Sure. I was in Mexico last weekend. I was with 5,000 people. I sat down to Mary Young next to her. I spoke in a panel with other Mexican diamonds. It happened. The only thing that is different from not getting to a rank, it's your decision. And that's really it. I don't want you to wake up next morning and be like, okay, I've decided, I'm going to be a diamond. Done. What are you needing for your decision? You have to believe that this is really what you want to do. Executive pitch, it's okay to be there for a while. It's not a competition. I just went to see the Turtle and the Hare in Austin at Saks Theater, and one of the things that she says at the end, she says, "Slow and steady wins the race." And she looks at him and she says, "No, fast and steady wins the race." And by fast, I mean doing one thing every single day. I was expecting miracle kits to flow from my ceiling and people to enroll left and right, but I was not committed to do what I had to do. So what did I do? I sat down 14 days straight and I translated every possible word that Lindsay Garmont wrote. And I just duplicated that into my market. And you know what? I am a diamond. I hit diamond. I did the work that was needed to do. I decided to do this. When I told Lindsay in that lunch, and we picked on the table, and I actually have that photo, and I didn't walk with her and I said, "These are my plans, I'm gonna do this." I just looked at her and I said, "I'm gonna get silver this month." And she probably looked at her oilitos and she was like, "All right, you go, girl." So when I hit silver, that's my most favorite rank. People ask me all the time, "How does it feel to be a diamond?" No, for me it was hitting silver because more than the rank, it was the opening possibilities I had. My team were able to breastfeed that for me. And not only get the milk from it, but transport it into everyone's team. We decided to hit gold. And you know what? I attracted that gold. Believe it or not, somebody in my organization decided to place a 4,000 PV order one morning. So what happened is that I spoke life to me, to my members, to my universe, to my God. I made a plan. And don't think I just landed in diamond. Oh, all these girls did this with me, yay. No, we definitely had to remove lots of excuses. I've traveled to Mexico more times than I can remember. I won't be home until December 15. I visit my children. And all I needed was those $1,000. Now my mom in Mexico is a gold. And you know what? She makes those $1,000 by herself. Then after making this decision, then the hustle started. We have not stopped hustling. We've gone through deaths of members, deaths of parents of the members. We've lost children on the road. But I think we have come to senses that we are a unity. And there's no biggest sense of success that the rank doesn't give you when your team starts having those ranks of success. When your team was that friend that didn't have a car, then now she has a car. When that team member calls you and tells you that they're finally going to go to Disney after 20 years, that they could never do it. So that's where I get my enthusiasm to never stop. In Mexico, we say you want to throw the towel. Do you say that here too? Don't throw your towels. I mean, you're going to need them. while you run. It's true. I want to throw the towel many times, but all I have to do is open an OV, and I don't see zero PVs nor I see names. I see the future of each and every person that has trusted that this is the right way to go. So today I invite you to take that ownership versus that wishing. I also wished I would see Lindsay, Kimberly, Cara, Stephanie, Ashley. Never, never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I was going to sit down next to them in the front line or be in this stage. But this is not what it is about. It is about you leaving Executive Beach if you're stuck in there and taking ownership, not for you. You have a whole team, even if you have 20 members or 1,000 members under you. You have a responsibility not to check out, not to disappear. Your team needs to know that overall, in any situation, you will be there. You will stand up. You will make the flight. You will teach the class. You will bend back and forth and figure it out how to divide yourself in 10,000. It is possible. It is possible. How did I open Mexico? Mexico was already open. There's a lady called Carmen Garduño that bought 40 kids and drove in a bus to get to Mexico. I need to honor her because sometimes people forget that she opened the market there. But once she opened the market there, could you imagine if people came to me left and right and told me, Monterrey is full of doTERRA. You'll never make it here. Yeah. I even approached a table on a coffee place because the lady was talking about her headache and I'm like, hi. So these oils, they open like this thing full of doTERRA oils and I was like, oh crap, there is a lot of doTERRA here. I mean, people walk around with boxes of oils. Like, whoa. Never did I think, it's okay. With time, consistency, we will grow. We will grow. And you know what? I just witnessed that last Saturday. I just witnessed what happened to my country. The thing is that I just never, even in my wildest dreams, I really never gave myself the possibility of not having what I have right now. English is not my first language. I am not a blogger. I suck at Instagram. I'm getting better with little posts here and there. But you know what? I love what's happening to my team. I love what's happening to the economy of my team. I love how everybody is just with grace and ease doing this. I love to be the one that has the flag that says, yes, you did it. It happens. It happens. You will hit diamond. You will hit diamond. You will hit diamond. You will hit diamond. The only thing you have to do, it's just decide it. And by deciding is not when you say, I'm going to go work out this week, and you go 2 days. Deciding takes commitment. It's not going to be an easy road, but it's going to be so worth it. So worth it. And I want to invite you today to just see me as an example of somebody that had so many problems trying to grow in another language while I was living in another country. But the desire to make that decision was definitely bigger than any possible doubt I had. And you know what? All I needed was to tell my team to realize that that's what they were waiting for. They were waiting for me. Yes, they were waiting for me to make the choice. It took me 1 second to communicate to all of them where we all were going. Not that I was going to hit silver, where we were all going. And today I proudly can say I have 3 diamonds to graduate this year. I have a platinum graduating right now. I have about 30 or 40 silvers. We don't go to sleep ever until every single rank of every single person is concreted, it's non-negotiable, and we're moving forward. And that's how this commotion about Mexico and another market and Susana, that's all we did. We just plugged into the whole entire team. And that's how we roll. We are not 3 sub-teams, and these ones do this and these ones do that. We are a one team community. Do I have members in America? Of course. Do I have members in other places of the world? Of course. But where did I go first? I went where the need was because my country needs me. And I took that responsibility, and I am so happy. The happiest. I didn't doubt that. There's so many families that have changed completely their lifestyle. They can eat, they can bathe, they can travel. Oh my goodness. Like that's what we all need to want to have for our kids, because these are our children. These are our babies. Every single person that enrolls with you is that. So I want to inspire you, if you're living in Executive Beach, to get that towel that you're gonna run with. Buy a plane ticket, say goodbye to Executive Beach. It was really nice getting your oils paid for. Now it's time to work. It won't be easy. It will be worth it. In a year and a half, I am sure many of these faces that I see today will be in another situation. And that will be all because you decided. Just like you decided to wear those shoes and that outfit you have today, when you clearly decide that this is for you and that you're responsible for all the good things that will come to your life, there's no gap, no way on earth the same universe will guide you to where you have to be. You are worth it to be a diamond. You are worth it to explode every possible attribute that it was given to you. I was really scared of showing you who I was. It was not that scary. All I needed to do was just open the door, show myself, and people will follow. I know you're hungry. Let's eat.
All right, yes, it is lunchtime. So thank you guys so much. Remember the in-between moments. That's your chance to meet and talk to whoever you want. So go for it.